Good morning, friends. It's a beautiful day out. The sun is shining. It's warm. And it's going to be a gorgeous day. And we're going to work in the greenhouse. First, I'm going to show you what these little guys do. This is the highlight of their day. Look at it. Good morning, girls. Good morning. Can you see them? Now watch. They're going to head right for the compost. See them? Right to the compost. That's where they go. That's the highlight of their day. Oh my. Just look at that. It didn't take them long. They're like, where's all the goodies? They love that. Running around that is so good for them. Look, already scratching, already working. They couldn't wait to get out here. Look, I told you they're like the Tasmanian devils. Stuff is just a-flying. They absolutely love that. And one's got a worm. They all chase each other. Look at, they love that. We got a couple of them over here. We'll go get them. We'll go get them, shoot over to the compost. Come on, ladies. Get over there. Go on. What are you doing? What are you doing? They're so friendly. What are you doing? She's walking right next to me. Like, what you got for me? What you got for me? What are you doing? Huh? Huh? What you doing? Come here. You gonna go back out there? I love this. Look at them all out there. They're all on that compost pile. And then at the end of the day, I'll rake it again. And my friend in California, that right there is the rooster. That's Rocky. She wanted to know which one the rooster was. That one right there. The black and white stripe. Just a digging. I could watch this all day. They are a riot in there. Look at how they work. They sure are going to earn their little treat in their mealworms. I love it. All right. I gave you a look at this yesterday, a little sneak peek. But today I'm really going to show you just what we got going. All the plants in the round containers, these round containers, are all heirloom tomatoes. Now I know that's a lot, but you know I do plan to sell a little extra. My mother and I are going to go to the farmer's market and sell a little extra of these to help supply next year's greenhouse. And those are peppers down there and squash. And then cucumbers and, peppers over there. This is all squash. And peppers. And I got them planted in little styrofoam bowls. I got lids, milk jugs. I've got everything. And then that right there is the little granddaughters. And it is so cute. They planted all their little flowers. And of course they got a lot of them in those little rows. So as they start coming up, I'll thin them out and transplant them. My mother came down and we planted all this section here yesterday. We did quite a bit. We had a ball together. And I got it set up just so it's convenient. I got that as regular topsoil, and that over there is the Miracle Grow potting mix. Anyway, all my seeds are right here. I got everything in here. All my flower seeds. And the girls had a ball planting all their stuff yesterday. We got more pumpkins to plant. I got all kinds of stuff to plant today. A little bit of a mess to clean up. But that's it. So we're going to do some planting in the greenhouse, and you'll see just how fun it is. Friends, I wanted to tell you, you know, there's a lot of people who really don't have the money to get a greenhouse, or, you know, even the supplies for that matter, because you're trying to do everything on a budget. But you know, you can use, and if you look at mine, I'm doing mine on a budget. And believe me, I had to save for a little while to get my greenhouse. It was about $200, and we wound up having to put another $68 into it for supplies to secure it down. So that cut into my budget a little bit. And I just want to let you know that you can, like this right here, okay? This is a little, not foam, this is like one of those little plastic soup bowls or cereal bowls. They make a wonderful little starter for seeds. And I've got like 5 little seeds in there, and once they come up, then I'll take and I'll transplant them into a, you know, either a styrofoam cup or something maybe a little bit bigger. But all the stuff is affordable, and some of it you probably already have in your house. Now, I made pot pies for the freezer months ago, and at the dollar store I found the pie tins, you know, to put my pot pies in, and they came with these lids. Well, I never used these lids, but you know what? I found use for them now. I saved them, and I'm glad I saved them, because a lot of times I throw stuff like that away that I don't think I'm ever going to use. But I save them. And look, I just drilled holes in the bottom, and it makes a wonderful starter. And I got peppers starting in here. And I got probably about 8 or 10 pepper plants. And when they start coming up, I'll transplant them into bigger containers. And I also got milk jugs. I saved milk jugs and I cut them down. I know a lot of people take the milk jugs and use them for planting and, you know, starting your garden early outside, which you can do. You can make this into a miniature greenhouse. But I don't do that. Up here in Michigan, it's just too cold. This is not going to cut it in this cold that we have in the wintertime. But those make wonderful planters to start, or trays to start your seeds. So you can use a lot of stuff to start your seeds. I've even known people to use the cardboard lids from boxes and cardboard trays, whatever you can use. The ones that are really good are these cups here. I just take a big stack and I drill a hole all through the bottom of them. These ones, when they start coming up, when my plants down there start coming up in those containers, I'll transplant them into these, 1 plant per. And I can get 100 to 200 of them up at Dollar General for like $5. You can't buy the trays. See, these trays over here are reused, repurposed. See the trays? Those come from the farm. My dad found those in in the corner of the warehouse, along with the cups, the black cups. He brought those down for me too. But you can use a lot of stuff, and you don't have to not garden or say I can't afford it because I can't afford the proper stuff. You can do a lot. I got my dirt down here. This is just plain potting soil, and it's real light, and it works really well. It might be a little too heavy on its own to start your seeds, but with that I also got the Miracle Grow potting soil, which look, it doesn't even hold together. It's so crumbly. It's so light and airy. And I take 1 container of this and 2 containers of my regular potting soil. I mix it in my container up here, and that's what I use to fill all my seed, or fill all my trays for my seeds. So that's really it. But let me show you what I've got going over here. I've got tomatoes in here. I've got beefsteaks. I've got subarctic plenties. I got Bradley tomatoes, gold nuggets. I got brandy wine. I've got vintage wine, all kinds of them. And I've got squash. I've got summer squash, zucchini, 8-ball zucchini, sweetie tomatoes. I even got green sausage tomatoes back there. And I've never grown those before, so we're going to see how those do. I've got all kinds of bell peppers, you know, hot, mild, whatever. I got all kinds of them. And I've got the winter squash that I'm working on. I've got cucumbers. I've got everything from Space Maker cucumbers to little pickling cucumbers to white wonders. I've got all kinds of stuff. And then that, well, you've seen that. That's the girls' flower beds, for their flower beds. And then over here, I've got some herbs. I've got parsley, I've got kale, I've got butternut squash, I've got eggplant, patty pan squash, cucumbers, all kinds of stuff. I got more tomatoes down in here. Egg cartons. That's the other thing I used. I used egg cartons. Not only can you use this part, but you can use the flat part too. I utilized everything. And you know what is another very good substitute for trays is mushroom containers that your mushrooms come in. Those will grow some wonderful, those will start wonderful seeds for you. So see, it's real easy to start your garden. And then, you know, as time goes on, when I get ready to plant these, I will show you how I transplant them. It's a lot of work, but it's well worth it. Growing your own food is the most amazing thing ever because you know what's in your food. And when it comes time to plant the garden, friends, I will show you the containers that you can use, right down to using kiddie pools. They make a wonderful little garden. So if you have a small area or a small porch, I'll show you how to do it vertical. You can grow a lot of food in a little space. And it's wonderful. So, but for now, I'm going to go because I've got a lot of planting to do. And I will be back and I'll show you exactly what I do. Here, I mixed the dirt in this right here. This, as you can see, it's got all my dirt in it. And I take, like I just told you, I take one container of the Miracle Grow mix to 2 containers of the regular potting soil. And it makes a really nice dirt for starting your plants. Very nice. I set that over there. So today I'm going to fill a couple of these. If I can get them apart. These are really nice. My dad gave these to me. I'm going to show you how I fill some of these. These are really nice. I want to show you. These are really soft. They're like rubbery. They're not the hard ones. They're really nice. He gave them to me. He had them up in the nursery. So he gave me a whole bunch of them. And I like using these. And you know what? If you have to start your plants on a budget, nothing wrong with it. You can start plants in anything that you can. Now let's see. I'm going to do the Royal Burgundy. So, I do like so. Make a little spot here. We're sticking together. Bush, bean, and then on the back I write Royal Burgundy. I'm gonna fix this one a little bit better than that. There. those in there. These are all heirloom seeds too. These are nice. I'm just going to put 2 in each one. Push them down, cover them up, and those are ready. See how? There. Those ones are set. And I'll just have to water those few. I'm going to do one more. I got chickens clear over here. They're over here wondering what I'm doing. They're funny. Oh, where did I put it? Okay.